We are live. We are live. Sorry for the delay. I was having some technical difficulties. Welcome to episode 21 of the Bully Round Table. I'm your host, Lawrence EP21.
And I'm Tony Gold.
Yeah, I'm a co-host, Tony Gold. Got my beat in on the texts and the ones and twos. All right, so it was my fault this time. I take full responsibility.
That's what you get for saying I'm always late.
Yeah.
That was karma hitting you in your ass.
I did just say that, but let me promote a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Come on, man. Gotta promote a little bit. So, yeah, we gotta continue that conversation. Promote a little bit.
He done lost his mind.
He definitely done bumped his head.
Y'all need to talk to me more so I can culture y'all. That's all it is.
No, listen, we need to stop. you talking about something you don't know nothing about, young boy. Yeah, we gotta continue that. All right. What the heck? What happened?
I don't know what.
I tried to paste the, oh, there you go. Bam. Bam, all right. So, just a second. I'm going to promote right quick. Oh, wait. No, damn it.
What happened?
I'm over here doing normal shit. Okay, here we go. Damien, are you sharing the link?
Yep, right now.
Tony, are you sharing the link?
Yes.
All right, fine.
Dang.
Where'd you share it? I don't share it in the same place.
I shared it in a couple local groups, and I thought y'all would share it in all the big groups.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so just give me a second here.
I don't even have a link here. That's how you go to your page. We don't have an announcement on the group.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
You're fired, David.
Damien, you're fired.
Fired.
Okay.
That's what Kanye West does. See, when you're a Kanye West fan, you start to lose it.
That's hilarious.
Kanye done lost his mind up there.
Damien was looking at Cheech and Chong.
Nah, the back pills that kicked in and messed with his mind. All right, we ready. Now, for all those that are viewing, we're going to do it different this time. If you want to ask a question instead of bouncing all over the place, just ask it on the regular YouTube video. Damien will check it and get the questions from there instead of going to Facebook and trying to do this and do that. Just ask your questions right under the YouTube video so you don't have to leave it. And anybody that's watching it on Facebook, ask your question on the main Damien's link. Wherever Damien shared the link out on his page, on there you can comment too. All right, so today I thought we should talk about something that me and Tony and several other people have been debating about all week. and that was the standard, what it says and what it means, how many people actually understand the standard, and those that say they breed to the standard, we want to find out if that's true. So I'm going to let Tony start. He looks like he's really busy over there, so I'm going to let him start.
I'm gonna say what?
What is your interpretation of the standard, sir?
As far as what our dog should be,
Just the standard, not what our dog should be, what the standard says.
well, what do you want me to read it?
No, I don't want you to read it. I want you to tell me what your interpretation of what the standard says.
As far as what a dog should be, that's what the standard is. My interpretation of a bully, an American bully, should be a very robust built animal, just in general. It should be an extreme built dog. It shouldn't be a very terrier dog. It should be something. It should be a dog with Amstaff features and also, or Amstaff look with bulldog features. It's a combination of both, and it's a balance of both, since both dogs were used to create, the American bully. But it should not be a very slender terrier-looking dog. It should be a dog with a short muzzle, about 30% the overall length of the head. It should have a well-arched, neck. It should have bone, muscle, moderate length to the back, and just, display strength. Just a strong dog. And unfortunately, we don't see a whole lot of dogs that display those characteristics. And the dog should be healthy and should be alert and well balanced.
Right. How about this out, Damien? When you hear people say, "I breed to the standard," what impression do you get from that statement?
For me, I think it's more about they're breeding to the guidelines that were set for the breed, not necessarily their vision, but the vision that was originally set for the breed when they made the standard.
No, I don't mean what do you think.
You mean what the dog should look like as far as the standard?
When you hear that, when you hear people say that, because like you're not really you into the dogs, but you're not in the dogs yet. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get in. So you looking from as an outsider trying to learn. When you hear somebody say, "I don't breed for that, I breed for the standard," and then what is that? What image does that put in your mind?
Knowing what I know now, it looks more terrier than it does bully. When somebody says they breed for the standard, a lot of times they're making an excuse for their dog not having mass.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
And that's in some cases, but that's not in all cases. You know that, Lawrence. Some people, everyone has their own interpretation of the standard, So that's why we have the different looks and variations. And you look at someone's program, and theirs might be, different than the next man's. But in some cases, we do have people that use that as an excuse. Well, they say, "I don't breed for that kind of dog. I breed towards the standard," and their dog is super terrier. And they think because they have a structurally sound animal that is breeding towards a standard, when in fact it's not. Because the main thing that we look for in a breed with making an analysis of a dog that is there in front of us in a ring as a judge, we look for breed type first. Breed type is everything. Okay? So a dog that lacks breed type should automatically be eliminated. So many times we have dogs that have breed type. It screams American bully, but they lack another area. They're not exactly structurally sound. And then we have dogs who are very structurally sound, but lack breed type. Structure is a part of breed type, but there's a line there So, yeah, that's how I see it. Lawrence, Lawrence, we can't hear you again.
You lost you again, Lawrence.
We lost you. Is there a loose wire? Maybe there's a kink in a wire or something. No, I can't hear you. So. I can't believe this, man. Again. Yeah, sorry, folks, man. We've just been experiencing some technical difficulties all night. Something's going on with Lawrence's microphone here. That's why we started late, and we fixed it, and I don't know. It's going out again. We don't know if it's, the Hangouts or what's going on, but we apologize and thanks for tuning in. But unless he figures this out soon, we're probably gonna have to pick this up on another date, possibly tomorrow night, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's still showing we're still live.
Yeah, we are. It's a microphone issue, and I don't know if it's something with the Hangouts or what.
It's probably like you said, either it's a driver that keeps going in and out, or it's probably a cord or something simple like that. Well, while we're still live, Tony, let me ask you this, because I know this has been a topic off and on for the last year about the word breed type.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the general definition of the word breed type, or do you believe that it doesn't mean just, basically what the standard says that defines breed type? Do you believe that it's exactly what the standard says, or do you believe it's something different?
Well, I mean, if you understand canine anatomy and things, and you understand the canine species, I think that the written standard gives you a basic idea. Some people view it a little bit differently, but it's self-explanatory there. The key words are all there on what you're looking for, and then seeing dogs, seeing the dogs win, what type of dogs are winning, that kind of gives you an idea of what direction, like what the registry is looking for usually. So you kind of see the breed evolve, and it'll change over time. If you look at any breed, it changes and starts to change. So breeders start to make tweaks, and they start to go outside of their yard and go to some other fancier stocks, and they incorporate that into their program, and the breed evolves. But to me, it's self-explanatory. I feel like I know where the breed needs to go. I feel like I know where it's going. In our breed, we have a lot of people breeding for fads and money, and just and that has affected a breed. It definitely affects the overall progression of the breed. So in our situation, I think it's for the bad. We have dogs being used that are extremely terrier. We have dogs that are extremely have extreme bulldog features, and that's not what the American Bully is supposed to be. It should not look like a bulldog. It's got to have its own entity, It's got to look like an American Bully. It should have features of the two breeds that were used to create it. Now, I say two breeds because I go for the pocket and standard American Bully. That's what what I focus on and personally prefer. But if you get into some of the XL dogs and stuff like that, I mean, you have different types of breeds used. I mean, you have some Mastiff breeds.
Band dogs.
Yeah, you know, you have some band dog stock that was incorporated, and so you know, it is what it is. It's hard to like pinpoint one thing, but I talk in general. When I think of the American Bully myself, I think of the standard in the pocket. That's my ideal vision for the American Bully, and what it should be. And I know that my stock personally, I stuck to the cleaner stuff, but I know that with some of the earlier stuff, they threw Bulldog in there to create the American Bully. And, you know, unfortunately everybody wasn't honest about it, but it's in there. And you can see it in the features with the dogs, especially through inbreeding. You see the Bulldog features come out. Sometimes more of the Terrier pulls out. But that's what we're looking for, the features of those two breeds, the Amstaff and the Bulldog. You know, English Bulldog, oldie.
Now, let me follow up with this question. Okay, last year, I know you're privy to this. There's a couple shows, I think, somewhere in Ohio, Kansas, places like that, and there were some dogs that people didn't quite think fit the standard winning, and brought about a conversation of the standard changing as far as to what people are looking for in the American bully community in the show ring. How do you feel about that change? Did you notice a change, or has it always been the same and people are just now noticing?
I think it was going in a direction, and you know, there's a lot of influential people that are breeding that style of dog and pushing certain blood and making a lot of money with certain blood. So, of course, people are going to lean towards that style of dog because in our community, you know, people go, what's hot? We have a lot of individuals breeding for money. You know, this is a business to them. So that plays a major role, you know, in what direction our breed goes. And, you know, you got the big dogs out there that are sponsoring these dogs, that are out there, you know, promoting them and saying this is this and this is that and this is what we're looking for. So, you know, when someone, you know, with an influence like some of these guys have, come out and make a statement that the breed is this, or this is my ideal dog, and this, then all of a sudden that switches the game up overnight. Because then everybody's like, oh, wow, well, I got to switch my program up. I got to do this or I'm going to be left behind. And that's what happens. And you start to see guys just, they're searching for studs, or they start breeding to these popular studs. So, I mean, I totally knew, you know, that the breed was switching up and going in a different direction. But then again, look at what we see winning in the ring. I mean, you have dogs like the dogs that you speak of, you know, winning, but then you go to another show and you see dogs that really are a lot different than the dogs. So it's kind of like we're dealing with what dogs are presented in front of us, and unfortunately, there's a lot of inconsistency. So you see a whole bunch of different dogs, different styles winning, because you just have to try to pick the dog that's a balance, that has, you know, the breed type and, you know, the conformation that we're looking for, and you don't have them both usually. So you try to pick the dog that, you know, has a little bit of both.
Okay, and I gotta follow. Okay, so given what you just said, there was a post in a group that we're all in. I don't know if you saw it or not. They got like 50 comments in like maybe 15, 20 minutes before it was taken down. And what the young lady was basically saying is, if you go to a show that's sponsored by a big sponsor, then a certain type of dog is going to win. But if you go to a different show that's not sponsored by a big sponsor, then generally a totally different type of dog is going to win. Do you think that's true?
You're talking about like favoritism towards a dog?
Well, I think it's like, well, maybe favoritism towards the dog and favoritism towards the person putting the money up for the show.
I mean, it could be. Listen, there's corruption everywhere. You know, it doesn't matter what it is in life. There's politics everywhere. Some of us don't go for it. Others do. It's just a part of, humanity, I guess. It's just, it is what it is, man. It's human nature. I don't know, man. I'm not like that, but there is politics. I really can't speak on any kind of certain situation that I've witnessed or anything like that. But I guess it's very well possible. You know?
Yeah, because I think her big thing was saying was, I think she was just trying to point out the inconsistency she's been seeing, because she said she went to a lot of events, and that's one of the things she noticed, depending on what type of show setup it was, that influenced the type of dogs that were being picked.
Listen, politics can play a part of it, definitely. Everybody doesn't play fair. But the main factor in seeing, the different types of dogs winning is what's presented, what the people are breeding out there, the people that are out there showing. There's different dogs. You go to one show and you see a whole variety and you see some good quality dogs, and then you go to another show and they're just, in a certain area or a certain state, and they're very poor quality dogs. So you're working with what you have. But the main factor is the judges. In our breed, the judges don't have the background. They don't have the knowledge to be doing this job. So you got people that are judges that have 2 or 3 years under their belt with our breed. Not just our breed, with any breed. That's it. This is all they know is the bully breed. That's it. So, if you look at other registry or certain registries, if you look at an AKC or something, you have to have years experience. You have to have produced many a champions. And that is the case with, in the bully breed also. But it's a little bit different, with the rate that everybody breeds and dogs being produced, and as easy as it is to champion a dog out, that can be accomplished very easily in a matter of a couple years. And then you're a judge. Well, in 3 years, 4 years, you really can't know that much,
Right, considering you got people championing out brand new dogs that's never been showed in one show.
Yeah.
And doing it with a different dog the next week, so.
That's the problem. It's just people are judges that just, just don't have the background to really do, the job that they need to. And to them, what they're looking at, this is the best dog. But to someone that really understands our breed, or understands, canine anatomy, they're going to be like, what the hell? What's that? Why would they ever make that pick? Because they don't really understand that balance of proper structure and breed type. So that's
so it's not much. Go ahead.
No, to me that's one of the biggest things, biggest factors.
So it may not be favoritism and things like that. It just may be lack of experience, lack of proper credentials, those type of things that are really enforcing.
It's a combination of everything. Yeah, it could be anything, man. This is life. Nothing's fair. So it is what it is. You could very well have favoritism. It all depends who's putting on the show and what person. I mean, there's corrupt people everywhere. But there's good people also, so we can't look at it like that. You just got to go in there and hope for the best and just do our thing,
Right.
Hey, Lawrence, what's up? All right, well, I guess I'll make the announcement here. So we'll try to be back on. All right. All right, real quick. That was Lawrence. He's going to go ahead. He has to restart his computer. He's going to try to restart it and reboot the thing and hopes that it's going to fix the issue. So it's going to end this call, but we're going to try to come back on as soon as his computer gets up and going again. So please excuse us. We apologize again, and hopefully we can get back on track here shortly. Go ahead, Lawrence, cut it.